Hi, my name's Laura. I studied the MSc Environmental Management course at the University of Bedfordshire, and I currently work as a resilience consultant at RAB Consultants. I chose to study the MSc Environmental Management course at the University of Bedfordshire because I wanted a master's course that was close to home for me, that I knew would be the kind of next step in my career that I needed in order to go into the emergency management industry. I really thought that the modules reflected what I wanted to learn, especially the kind of looking at human action on global environmental change. Whilst I was studying my master's, I reached out to kind of potential employers and was offered a part-time position at RAB Consultants for 2 days a week as an assistant resilience consultant whilst I was writing my dissertation. So then following completion of my master's, I was offered a full-time position as an assistant resilience consultant, which is how I kind of begun my career into the emergency management sector. So 2 years on now, I've been promoted to resilience consultant, and I work on the development on writing emergency response plans and procedures, associated documents. We do training and exercising for emergencies, and we help organisations, both public and private sector, prepare for emergencies across the UK and worldwide. For my MSc research project, I investigated the role of volunteers in supporting local emergency response teams in Bedfordshire in completion of the UN Sustainable Development Goal 11.5. So the UN Sustainable Development Goals, increasing resilience is the central premise of that. So I undertook some research with Bedfordshire's local emergency response executive committee and investigated how they support the wider resilience of central Bedfordshire and developed some recommendations highlighting to improve emergency preparedness going forward in Bedfordshire and how vital volunteers are in that. What I enjoy most about my current job is the range of organisations that we get to work with. So, with the increase in risk and vulnerability in the UK, emergency management takes you wide and far, and I've had the pleasure of working with lots of different organisations, from the Environment Agency to the Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, the Natural Resource Wales, to then kind of private organisations such as Borough Market and kind of different organisations like that. My 4 pieces of advice for current students on the MSc Environmental Management programme would be, first of all, contact employers whilst you're studying your Masters. Don't wait till the end. Reach out to organisations that you're interested in and introduce yourself, let them know what you're studying, what your interests are, as you never know what that might lead to. Secondly, I would say there's power in volunteering. If you have the time and are able to volunteer in a sector that you're interested in, it makes your CV look really desirable. Companies look for it, especially in the emergency management sector. Companies look for having social value. So if you're able to volunteer, then definitely do that, as it's great to get good experience. Thirdly, I would say use LinkedIn, set up your LinkedIn profile, connect with people in jobs that you would like to go into and organisations, and kind of get involved in kind of what's going on in the wider space that you're interested in, so that you're knowledgeable and up to date. My 4th and final piece of advice would be don't let grades define your success. If you don't get the grades that you want, it's not the end of the world. You can still get that dream job, so don't let it get you down. As long as you tried your hardest, you absolutely can get the job that you like.